Wow, show number 27 coming up already. This is great. I just wanted to say hello to everybody, and we're going to touch on a few beautiful things on this new episode. And I'm going to have to do some reading, but it's going to be worth it because it's all going to make sense and it's all going to tie together. And talk about one of my favorite movies too, which really helped me a lot to wake up. Uh, I wanted to talk about listening to your body because this is what I've had to do for a long time, and I have to read at the same time, so don't mind me. Um, Paying attention to what it needs, just the body, not this south of the neck, as they say. Paying attention to what the body needs and the messages that you're getting. We all get them, we all assume that it's the mind that takes over, and it just goes on automatic, right? Well, I hate automatic anything. Let me say that again. I hate automatic anything. I do. So what do? We do polar opposite. Put it on manual for a while. Idle your life and see what happens. Just see what happens. Just idle completely. Put it in neutral and coast for a while. And then go inside and inquire. And this is what is so cool. I never thought it would happen to me in my life, but it's like you have to be ready for it in order for it to happen. People can say it all they want, but you really have to be ready for it in order for it to really happen to you and for you to learn something from it. Okay, so how do I feel? What are my emotions? Why am I feeling this way? Am I hungry? If yes, for what? And how will food alter how I feel? Because that's something else. That's an entire show right there. Um, we have to cease the never-ending argument with the mind. The mind thinks it knows everything, just like in the movie The Last Samurai. And this is where my favorite movie comes in. In The Last Samurai, and I think we're showing the picture right now. As I learned in judo, when we calm, when we empty the mind and we focus on the task at hand, everything slows down. Literally slow motion. And this is how I've saved my life in motorcycle accidents or in car accidents. When you can see things in slow motion, you can react. Instead of having people panic, you know exactly what to do. So I'm applying all this to my healing because it's the one thing that I know to be true and that I really deeply believe in. So guess what? It works for me. What I wanted to tell you about no mind is that you really have to focus. You have to put everything away. You have to, not mind the people, not mind, what's going on in your own head, what you're thinking. Stop. Don't think of anything else. No mind. And it really, really works. So this is what I was doing. And I was understanding that more and more. That's why it was so easy for me to go inside when I first learned that I had to. So after seeing the disaster and the disorganized and the practice of medicine on us, just like guinea pigs, and after heavily researching how Rockefeller medicine has indeed hijacked the natural healing process, which was called homeopathy. It's still here, but they replaced it with allopathy, with his petrochemical poisons and the greed that ended up breeding big pharma as we know it today. And I want to give a link in the article also to an 8-minute video that explains the marriage between the Rockefeller, the FDA, and cancer. Very good 9-minute video, I believe it is. Since there's no money and there's no profit to be made from those who are healthy, I decided to do something about it, especially since we're talking about me, my body and my own healing. Early on, I realized that terrifying feeling of having to trust the process. And I don't mean the medical process. I mean the process, the natural process of healing at home in good spirit. You just have to sit there and pray that it's going to work. Literally, you have to trust that process, having faith. A good post that I put on Facebook one day, 3 words: where's your faith? Right? You have to dive into the depths of your own darkness. You have to face both of your cancers, in my case, head on, going blind, in a combination of meditation, positive isolation, retreat, some people call it, and a total reorganization of everything occurring in life at present, from your smallest of thoughts to day-to-day activities or long-term goals. Okay? You have to restructure everything, and stuff does fall into place when you trust, when you have faith. I said meditation and positive isolation, which means that you're literally putting yourself away from everybody else, like an animal that's hurt, or that's, it'll go away. It'll be you go in seclusion somewhere. And with this transition, I see how I'm really beginning to be able to control my life and, be in control in the true sense of the word. And that's, some of us, I'm afraid to say, some of us rarely feel in a lifetime, if ever. So, because this is working, I'm also bravely taking in more and more cannabis oil daily, something I'm also very grateful for, because I have friends of mine that are helping me do this with the work that I'm doing, this show included, to let everybody know what's going on and how it does work for me. No words can express, as far as I'm concerned, as I started with 1, and then 2, and then 3, and now up to 10 drops under the tongue, all in time through the years, and getting my body used to the oil and used to the regimen, eating better, and listening to what my body needs, and taking, as we know by now, SCACT every day, twice a day, on an empty stomach. Okay, for those who don't know, very quickly, what is SCACT? It's the perfect blend of the 4 of the most powerful roots on earth: slippery elm, Turkish rhubarb root, burdock root, and sheep sorrel. And also on top of that, I'm taking my 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C drink with turmeric and peppercorns, which I strongly recommend for people to take up to 3 times a day. I should be taking that much, 3,000 milligrams a day. It's 3 grams a day, basically, of vitamin C. So your immune system really feels it and goes through the roof, and you have more energy, you feel better. So yes, I really do feel a difference. And it's quite something else to be able to be in control of, your life and what you're doing and how you want things to go. And it's coming back slowly. So you have to learn the balance between when to sit down in the lazy boy and not move, and for how long, and when to just drink water and go for a walk. Your body will tell you. Your body will tell you what it needs when it needs it, if you listen to it and if you ask it. Sounds crazy, but it's true, and it's working. First and foremost, we acknowledge those among the smallest of us, the unseen beauty in nature. Appreciating the smallest of us will then bring on the awakening of our own being.